Education ultimately is the age 0 to college career.
Our children have one chance at early childhood.
We all have to have care for our children, but what if it was high quality?
The unique thing about early childhood programs is that it truly sets them up for success.
They get one chance to build their base foundation, which is critical.
The earlier we start children in high quality education, the better they're going to perform long term.
Bella is my baby. Bella actually had a speech delay for a little while. There was a time where I thought I would have had to get her some speech therapy, but just coming to school and having this resource here has helped her tremendously.
Children that are well educated grow into be adults that are productive, self-sufficient human beings.
Early care and education has pain points, and all the pain points lead to investing. Quality care takes investment, and quality care takes money.
We live in a place where about 60% of children don't show up to kindergarten. Understanding the materials, being able to interact with the materials correctly.
We see the number that we're behind in the 3rd and 4th grade reading scores is almost proportional exactly to how many students are not receiving early childhood care.
Early childhood programs are interventions. They are not mandatory, and students aren't required to attend school until they're in kindergarten, so that's a very large gap.
80% of the brain development takes place in birth to the age of 3 and 90% by the age of 4. We are building our community and our future through our precious little ones.
So it all started in 2012 when the Louisiana legislature passed Act 3. And basically what that said is everyone who receives public funding has to join together in local early childhood networks.
The state said, hey, let's unify these systems, because if we prepare our students earlier, hopefully we can get them to kindergarten on time and on level. When the state is allocating funding, the funding will flow through the district as a lead agency, and then we will flow that money to the child care centers. And so the purpose of those allocations was to unify the system with a common assessment.
One of the things that I'm super excited about is the Early Childhood Education Fund. And what that is a dollar for dollar match. So if we can locally raise non-state, non-federal money, locally, we can apply for a match with the state.
We got involved with this particular initiative because we recognize the importance of children showing up to kindergarten ready to learn.
High quality childcare is expensive. This program is important because it provides access to high quality childcare for students who need it the most.
This is not an overnight fix. It's going to take years to show transformational differences, but when those transformational differences are shown, then we can really see what the investment looks like.
We have 29,000 children in Baton Rouge and Baker in the ages of 0 to 5. Right now, we know that 16,000 of them are at risk. They need services. Right now, we're serving 6,400.
What we've seen in other communities that have implemented this model well is a very, very robust, thriving early education experience for children who live in those neighborhoods and communities.
We have to serve at least 10,000 more children to reach all the at-risk, and we need to serve way more than that if we want to really look at serving all the kids in 0 to 5.
So we were willing to make an initial grant of $100,000 in order to receive a matching grant of $100,000. We will be educating 40 to 60 young children in Capitol Elementary.
There is a portion of our buildings where the space isn't being utilized. So instead of it being just a storage class or just an empty space, we do contract with childcare sites to use that space, and we have that space licensed by the Department of Education, and the childcare site is open in that space.
We're offering more programs. We have some of our sites that are offering a foreign language to their 3-year-olds. The children laughing and singing and talking back. When you're working with young children, that social, emotional factor is so important. And so how you communicate and how you just are very close with the children, that makes the world of difference.
It is very important that the business community knows that if we want to make a change and change the trajectory of what we're doing here in Baton Rouge, then we need to serve more than less than half of the population of children.
The pure joy that you get to see when a child connects the dots for the first time, walks for the first time, and you had a huge role in making that happen in partnership with the families. The money has to be invested for us to reach that goal.
We know that other cities have enacted these kinds of programs where every child is going to have this opportunity. And if we can be a small role in playing the part to help others understand what is necessary in order to let schools have children arrive to them ready to move forward through the track that's necessary, then ultimately we're going to have better leaders for our community. We're going to have leaders for businesses, workers for different trades. We're going to have all of those things. We're going to have more college graduates, high school graduates. That's all very important to healthy communities.